The upcoming program you're about to watch is brought to you by NuMedia TV in London.
Death, in biological terms, is the permanent cessation of all vital functions of an organism. This marks the end of life for every living being on Earth. It involves the permanent stopping of heartbeat, breathing, and brain activity. Essentially, it is the state where the organism can no longer function, sustain itself, or carry out the processes associated with life. It is an irreversible process. Once these functions cease, they cannot be restarted, which marks the transition from a living being to a deceased one. Decomposition. After death, the body usually begins to break down, a natural process. Beyond the biological view, death is also seen through different cultural and philosophical lenses, with various beliefs about what happens afterwards. However, many religions and belief systems around the world have their own interpretations of death, often involving the concept of an afterlife or the continuation of consciousness in some form. From whichever viewpoint you consider death, it ultimately concludes here in the cemetery, an area of land specifically set aside for the burial of human remains. It can also be called a graveyard, burial ground, or necropolis. It ends here. All the bravado of 80 years from morning till night, Sunday to Monday, January to December, concludes here. That alluring skin, that oval face that draws attention, that flamboyant dress, that charming and elegant figure stops here. Those exotic cars like Dino Melaye in Kogi State, Nigeria, which were acquired illegally through deception at the expense of his people, end here. That intelligence, those degrees, that beautiful wife, and those fine children, my friend, it ends here. That fame you seek, the luxurious life with all your wealth, saying to people, "Do you know who I am?" Attitude ends here. I am not your mate. I am wealthier than you. I am beautiful. Many boys and girls compete for my attention. Everything flows here. Your good poems, your mastery of algebra, your command of English, your all-round excellence. It's only a matter of time. But it is a painful truth to accept that this is where it all ends. Reflect on the late President Shehu Shagari, Nigeria's president from 1979 to 1983, and how he ended up here.
Mo fẹ́ ṣayé, mo fẹ́ ṣayé, mo fẹ́ ṣe dúníyà. Ayé nìyẹn, ìwọ nìyẹn, dákun máa ṣe lọ. Mo fẹ́ ṣayé, mo fẹ́ ṣayé, mo fẹ́ ṣe dúníyà. Ayé nìyẹn, ìwọ nìyẹn, dákun máa ṣe lọ. Mẹ́sẹ́jì tí mo fẹ́ pàṣẹ fún wa láàyè yìí lónìí. Mi ò ní tí pàṣẹ nítorí mo fẹ́ ká wọnú ilé yìí náà. Ìwọ gẹ́gẹ́ fún aláàárẹ̀, ìwọ náà ó ti mú mẹ́sẹ́jì yẹn kí n tó sọ. Ọkùnrin wa yóò rẹ kọ̀kọ́ nu fídíò yìí, obìnrin náà rẹ kọ̀kọ́. Ilé former president Nigeria láńbẹ̀ yìí, Shehu Shagari, Shehu Usman Shagari. Ilé táwa ń wò yìí, tá à ń fi àwòrán rẹ̀ ràn wáyé. Níjọ́ kìíní àná tí wọ́n kọ́ ilé yìí, ilé àwòṣífìlà ni. Níjọ́ kìíní àná tí wọ́n kọ́ ilé yìí, kò mọ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, kò mọ̀ ní ilé tá a lè fi wé. Níjọ́ kìíní àná tí wọ́n kọ́lé yìí, security ó mọ̀ kún tàbá mú mọ̀ ni. Kò mọ̀ sẹ́nìkan tí ó láyà, tí ó wà ní òun ṣe orí bákan, tí ó wà súnmọ́ ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé pírẹ́sẹ̀ǹtì. Àwọn gbà tí ò sí nílé mọ́, kò sẹ́bí ń bẹ̀, kò sára ń bẹ̀. Ilé wa di ilé koríko. Ń túmọ̀ sí pé gbogbo tá a bá nílò ní pátá ẹ jẹ́ á ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́. Gbogbo tó bá gbà pátá ní ń fún, èmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ dolówó, ó padà dí. Àwọn ọmọ gbàgbé kó padà kó lẹ̀. Gbogbo tó bá gbà pátá ní ń fún, àní ó dáa fún mi sẹ́, ó dì í. Tó bá ti ní wèrè lórí ó dì í, àwọn ọmọ gbàgbé kó padà kó lẹ̀. àní gbogbo tó bá gbà ní fún kódà tó bá gbà kí n lo dídí ọmọ wàláhì ń kọ́lé ń ra mọ́tò lóò nílò nínú ọgbà tá a wọ̀ yìí àwọn iye mọ́tò tí ń bẹ nínú ọgbà yìí tó ti dógun síbẹ̀ tí ò rẹ́ nìkankan gun mọ́ ilé là ń wò lọ́ọ̀kan yìí láyé lánàá tí wọ́n bá gúnyàn nílé yìí ojúlówó ilé ni wọ́n bùn láyé lónìí tó bá ní alágbájá ọmọ lágbájá mọ́ wá bọ̀ wá gbélé yóò ní ilé àtijọ́ èmi ò lè gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ilé ọ̀hún là ń wò yìí àwa wọlé odidi pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì nígbà tí ò sẹ́nì kankan bẹ̀ mọ́ ti ń gbénu lé ó wá di ilé ewé ilé koríko kò wá sí security mọ́ kódà àwọn àlùmọ́ǹgì yìí ni wọ́n ń gbénu lé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń bẹ lórí ipò lónìí ẹ sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n lo ipò náà dáadáa ìkan lára àwọn akọrin ó ní innal manasiba la tadumu li ahliha in kunta tunkiru fa aina al-uwalu ó ní gbogbo ẹni Ọlọ́run bá gbé sípò ó ní kó ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́ o ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́ o in kunta tunkiru fa aina al-uwalu ipò tó ń lò lónìí àwọn kan ni wọ́n lò lánàá àwọn kan sì tún ni wọ́n lò lọ́la ipò yẹn ó padà wá di ipò ẹlòmíràn òun bẹ láyé ni wọ́n ń pè ọ́ ni wọ́n ń kì ọ́ ni wọ́n ń sà ọ́ inú rẹ̀ náà wá ń dùn pé èmi ni ó jẹ́ fi mọ Ọlọ́run ó fi gbogbo ń tọ́lọ́run fún ò ṣe fi sin Ọlọ́run dípò bá fi ọ́lẹ̀ ìwọ sì fipò lẹ̀ nkúntà tún kí wùzàfà ẹ̀yìnà.
Consider the late MKO Abiola of Nigeria, Lamidi Adedibu, the strongman of Amala politics in Ibadan, Lam Adesina, Alao Akala, Abiola Ajimobi, former Senate President Dr. Joseph Wayas, Chief Adisa Akinloyi, the former NPN chairman during Shagari's government, former Vice President Chief Alex Ekweme, Chief Ernest Shonekan, the head of the interim national government, Sani Abacha, and many others who plunged Nigeria into darkness from light. They have all ended up here. You have nothing. You are richer and greater than anyone else. My friend, stop acting as if you are a god. You will ultimately end up here. You are nobody, yet you are greater than many, like Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, IBB, Olusegun Obasanjo, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Godswill Akpabio, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Rotimi Amaechi, Nasir El-Rufai, Bukola Saraki, Goodluck Jonathan, Ahmed Lawan, and many other bloodsuckers in Nigeria. Stop behaving as if your position makes you divine. It is vanity upon vanity. We come with nothing and will return with nothing. Rest assured, one day you too will end up here. In the blink of an eye, your world could vanish. My friend, humble yourself. Turn to God Almighty. In the blink of an eye, your wealth could disappear. My friend, humble yourself before God and man and turn to your Creator, the universal cosmic energy source. Remember the cycle of life and death, a time to be born, a time to grow, and a time to die. From dust you came, and to dust you shall return. Take a close look at the video I recorded live at the cemetery in London to see how quietly the dead rest in their graves during a close relative's funeral, who also joined the ranks of the dead. Remember, this is the ultimate price we all will pay in the end of our journey. We too will end up here. It is only a matter of time.
Yes, hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am actually here to show you this cemetery here in East London. I've actually came for a burial. Oh yes, I came for a burial, and some of you can actually see this. This is a cemetery. I am Frank Bello, and I'm actually streaming this live to each and every one of you from East London. Now, look at this. You can clearly see cemetery. Loads of people here. You can see them buried. Dust onto dust. In here, there are no millionaires. There is no ordinary man. No common person. No prime minister. Look at. No president. No worldly things. You can clearly see it. Everywhere, quiet, with the exception of those that are here to bury their loved ones. Look at this. In loving memory of Charlotte Ann, you can clearly see at the top until the day break. In here, in this cemetery, it is the end of the road. The person we are here to bury today as well, that was the end of the road. Remember, I've always said to each and every one of you, we came into this world with nothing, and we surely will return with absolute nothing. You can clearly see they are gone. All these people you are seeing here, they were once like you and I. And here is the end of the journey, the end of the road for everyone. You can clearly see that. You and I, we will all end up like this. The time that we will pay the dues is what we don't know, but what the spiritual source of all nature, God, the omnipotent, the omniscience, the all that knows all, the beginning, the end. He happens to be the only person that knows the end. There is a time to be born. There is a time to grow. And there is a time to die. Don't let me step on somebody else's grave so that I will not annoy them. You can see that? What am I trying to say? Politicians in Nigeria, gbogbo yín tẹ́ wá ilé ayé máyà, tẹ́ kó dúkìá, tẹ́ kó jọ, gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé kàn fi ṣe oríire fún ọmọ aráyé, tẹ́ kó jọ, tẹ́ lérò pé kò ní sí ọ̀la, ẹ̀yin náà máa end up báyìí o. Sherry, very quiet. Every day here in this cemetery, the sun will shine on them. The rain will equally fall on them. It will happen to you and I one day. This is how, I repeat, this is how we too will end up. You and I will end up this way. ìgbà tá wá sáyé mo wá ní adi ọwọ́ pọ̀, and when we leave everything behind. Ordinary phone, money, it's not going to go down with us. And the moment we are down there, it is you and what you have done, the deeds you have paid. What have you done to your fellow human being? That is what God will judge you and I with. Gbogbo yín o, ẹ̀yin politician, tẹ́lẹ̀ pera yín ní politician tó jẹ́ pé olè ní ẹ wá ilé ayé, ẹ wá mọ́ àyà, ẹ wá dúkìá àwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni, ẹ wá sí àyà. Bẹ́ ṣe máa end up rẹ o. Bẹ́mi àti yín náà ṣe máa end up òun rẹ̀ ṣe ti rí. Kò sí minister, kò sí prime minister, kò sí president nínú ìtẹ́ òkú yìí, here in this graveside. There are no presidents. Every one of them here buried are all equal. Omolara Omibeku Orowale, I can spot you, and I can spot Engineer Gbadebo as well. You see, Dino Melaye must remember that gbogbo mọ́tò tó kójọ sílé ayé tó park sínú garage, kò sí kankan nínú ẹ̀ tó máa mú lọ sí ọ̀run. Gbogbo owó tó yẹ kán fi tún ìlú ṣe, tó yẹ kán fi kọ́ hospitals, tó yẹ kán fi kọ́ schools, tó yẹ kán fi prepare gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tí à ń bí ní èní for the next generation. Sherry, ìtẹ́ òkú ni mo wà yìí o. Èèyàn kan nínú family mi tó ṣaláìsí, òun la wá bury ní èní. Àwọn ti wà lọ́nà, wọ́n sì wà lọ́nà nínú motor house. Àwa ti dé ibi iṣẹ́ ti rí 54-year-old woman. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo bó ṣe fi ara ṣiṣẹ́ tó ní ìlú òyìnbó, kò mú kọ́bọ̀ dání lọ o. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo everything, ẹni tó tún ṣiṣẹ́ agbára ẹ̀ nìyẹn o, iṣẹ́ apá ẹ̀. Ṣẹ́rí, òun náà ti end up níbí báyìí o. Ṣé ti rí? Bí gbogbo wa bá ṣe máa end ni. Tàbá wá dé ibi báyìí tán, ó kù èmi àti ẹ̀yin, nǹkan ta fi ilé ayé ta fi ṣe. Mo kàn ní kí n sáré ṣe short video clip yìí ni kí n tún rán gbogbo yín létí. Ìgbà náà ti máa ń sọ, ti máa ní we come with nothing and we surely will return back to our maker with nothing. Nínú ìwé Quran, wọ́n kọ sínú ẹ̀ wípé every soul shall taste death. Ṣẹ́tìrí, prime minister wọ́n mọ̀ pé prime minister ni o, millionaire níbí báyìí wọ́n mọ̀ pé millionaire ni o. Ṣẹ́tìrí, Mr. Somebody wọ́n mọ̀ pé Mr. Somebody ni o. Mrs. Somebody, Sherry, Sherry gbogbo ẹ̀, òun lẹ́ ń wò yìí o. Okay, kò ń ṣe àwọn títí wa lóde yìí, mi lérò bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn ni aunt, àwọn náà dé yìí. Ṣẹ́tìrí, ẹni tá wá ṣe burial ẹ̀. Ṣẹ́tìrí, òun nìyẹn o. Ilé ayé, ilé asán. Ṣẹ́tìrí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. I will now cut this off because we have to go into the chapel and we don't really have much time. Thank you all for watching. These are my people, my children, the brother of the deceased, Tony. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much, and we will catch up with you. Thank you.
If this post inspired you, leave a comment, like it, share it, follow us, and subscribe to our channels on Facebook and YouTube. NuMedia TV.